What's up, guys? Belligerent here with another Palworld video. And in today's video, we're going to get into crossbreeding. We're going to talk about it, how it works. I'm going to give you a little visualization to help as well. But first, let's talk about some tools we have thanks to the community, thanks to this person named Kimpton. Their website, their spreadsheet. I'm sure there's other people that helped in this process. It's a ridiculous amount of data, but this is the person who I know to give a shout out to, but I'm not trying to leave anybody out. I will leave links to both the spreadsheet and the website in the description, so make sure you check them out. I'm going to take you through the spreadsheet, but then we're going to spend a lot of time on the website because it's a little more user friendly, especially for people that don't like navigating spreadsheets. Okay. So on this first tab, this parent search tab here in the spreadsheet, you can select your desired child. Okay, so we can go to, I don't know, Cinemoth, and it will show you every parent combo that is possible for it. You can also right here select, hey, let's see, I have a Capridy. You would need to breed Capridy to Suzaku to get that Cinemoth. Okay, so that's pretty easy there. This page is a little overwhelming, but it essentially has every combination that you could want. So Fox Sparks plus a Lamb Ball would give you Lift Monk. Same thing with Fox Spark plus Cativa, etc., etc. Here we have a breeding calculator where you can put in your two parents and find out what you're going to get. All right. But here on the visual data, this is going to help me explain to you how breeding works if you don't know already. So each PAL in the game gets what is being called breeding power. I just think of it as a breeding number, right? They have a number assigned to them. Okay. So on one extreme end, we have Chickpea at 1500. On the other extreme end, we have Blosomut at 10. Okay. So if we were to pair those up, the way that this works, okay, so if we come here, Chickpea plus Blosomut, and this will help me demonstrate to you as well. What it does is it takes the two numbers, the two breeding powers, and it adds them together. That's 1510. And then it takes the average of those numbers. So 1510 divided by 2 gives us a result of 755. And then it finds the closest PAL. In this case, that's Tombat at a power of 750. Now, 755 is probably right in between Tombat at 750 and whoever 760 is. But on this visual data, you can see what the tiebreaker orders are. If you're interested in that, I generally just let it tell me and figure it out itself. Okay, let's hop over to the website where it makes it much easier for people, especially if they don't know their way around spreadsheets. So again, we can do what we just did. The one thing I do like about the spreadsheet is it gives you an image. I wish they would add that to the website. They do have the link, but the link takes you to another website. It would be nice if they added the image so you can know exactly who you're looking for. Parent breeding discovery is another thing they have here. So you can pick a desired child. So let's say we want to get Anubis. It's going to show you every combination that will get you Anubis. Well, that's a lot of stuff to go through. I really don't want to go through all of that. Is there a way to narrow it down? Of course, you have a filter right here. Let's say we have a Capridy. All right, well, here are the combinations that will get you Anubis from Capridy. Pretty simple. Also, this toggle view is really nice, so you can hide it and get to the next one. PAL breeding matrix. Show all possible breeding combinations using this PAL as a parent. Hey, I was out and I just caught this cool Gale Claw bird. What can I do with it? Well, here's every combination that you can do with Gale Claw and how you can get there. And then this one is probably my favorite. Call it PAL shortest path calculator. It does say it's experimental, and right now it says it can't guarantee they're exhaustive, which is also true because I have found some instances that didn't have anything or that were missing things. So let's say you put in your desired child, right? We want an Anubis. Right now, all we have is a Chicopee. It was the first thing we found. We just started the game. How can we get there? Okay. Well, if you just started the game, you're probably not getting there anytime soon, but using Chicopee, we could do Chicopee plus Suzaku, which would get us Patalia. And then we take that Patalia and we breed it with a Piran, and that gets us Anubis. You can do the same thing with Chicopee and Shadowbeak. And then here are all the different options. Okay, so a way that you can get from, pals that you have to a pal that you want, even if there is no direct breeding route. Okay, even if you take your Chicopee here and you look at this, and nowhere on this list is there a direct combination that will get you Anubis. This shows you how you can get to Anubis using the parent that you want. All right, let's hop in, and I want to give you a visual demonstration. Hopefully you will bear with me. This is very crude, and I just worked it up in Photoshop. So let's say you want to get started in all this breeding stuff. You need a bee guard, right? Bee guards are hard to capture. They run around, they chase you, they spin you around in circles, and they blow up and kill you. So how can we breed a bee guard? Okay. And before we jump into this, let me just say I realize that in some of these cases, it's probably easier to just go capture than it is to breed. This is a demonstration. You can plug in whichever pal you want to get to. I just want to help people visualize how the crossbreeding is going to help them get to where they want to go, and B, how they can pass traits on through the crossbreeding. Okay. So visualize this. We have a newer account. We got a Fox Sparks because there's a video that told us how strong the flamethrower was early game. We caught a Nighthawk because it's really cool to fly. We wanted to fly. And we caught a wolf because we saw early game Direwolf was a really good riding mount. Well, how can we get there? Well, what happens if we breed Fox Sparks plus Direwolf? Okay. Well, if we breed Fox Sparks plus Direwolf, we end up with Daydream. Yes, Daydream is all over the place out at night. Probably fairly easy for you to capture, but if you want, you can get one by breeding Fox Sparks and Direwolf. And we'll talk about why you would want to do that as opposed to capturing one in just a minute. Okay. All right. So we go and we look up on the website that I just showed you, and we try and figure out how can we get from Daydream to Bee Guard. Okay. Well, Daydream to Bee Guard requires Moozarena. Well, that is very convenient because we need a cow for our milk, for the cakes. So this kills two birds with one stone, gets us the cow and gets us the bee. So how do we get the cow? Let's work backwards a little bit. Well, the way you get the cow, fortunately, is Fox Sparks and Nightwing. So you can see we can take these three pals, end up with those two pals, and then those two pals end up in your Bee Guard. Okay. But again, why would you want to do this instead of just go capture the Daydream and go capture the cow? Well, maybe you want worker skills on your bee. Now, just to note, none of these work speed skills affect how much honey the bee drops. This is just an example. But the bee also does have other skills that maybe you do want work skills on it. Okay. So we're going to say our Nighthawk. We look at our Nighthawk. It has Workaholic on it. Our Fox has Serious and Work Slave on it. And our Direwolf has Artisan. Okay. Now, passing on the passive skills is RNG. You're going to end up with a lot of clutter in there and some random traits that aren't on the parents. Okay. But through repetition, you can eventually get there, right? So we're going to keep breeding the Nighthawk and the Fox Sparks together until they pass on their traits to the cow. We end up with a cow with Workaholic and Serious. So obviously it could also be Workaholic and Work Slave. It could be Workaholic and both Serious and Work Slave, best case scenario, right? But we need to get some of these traits onto the cow. And the same thing with the daydream, right? We're going to pass on artisan from the wolf. We're going to try and get work slave from the fox, or again, any combination of. And then we would breed the daydream and the cow together over and over and over again until we ultimately get the combination that we're looking for on our target pal. So I don't know about you, but I'm a visual learner. So I hope that this was the best way I could think of to visualize how passing on traits help, or how passing on traits work if you're still confused by it. Hopefully this helped. If it did help, remember to like, comment, subscribe, and tell a friend. I'm Belligerent. Peace.